Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Convention Center, next to Championship Plaza, and cross-continent to the Michael J. Fox Studios in Beverly Hills, California. It's Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and now on Instagram Live on the Let's Go Devils Network, as the Devils blow a 3-2 lead tonight, losing to the Washington Capitals 4-3 in overtime. Devils get the point, Scotty, but it feels like a really bad loss that the game just got away from them.
Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, but I will say I thought there was a lot of positive things tonight for this team, but unfortunately, ends in a big fat L. They do get a point. Okay, great. But they have been really, really struggling. Ooh, excuse me, against the Metro Division. Sorry, just kind of gobbled down a Sam salad, actually. Just before joining here.
Pork ribs?
No, it actually. I guess it's actually a Scott salad, so it was a real one. So, yeah. But yeah, just a little bit of a disappointing loss. But again, there were a lot of things that I did like seeing, and we'll talk about it. Let's do the recap, then we'll get Sam Woo back from the penthouse. We'll hear from you on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, X. I'm seeing some of these comments already. Always something. Michael Hay, Nick Adams, Dub, Supernova, Corbin, Stephen Angle, Lawrence, Stephen DeMarco. Oh, wait, DeMarco over here. Oh. Yeah, there's Ted, what's up? There's definitely a lot of opinions to go around on Mr. Fitzgerald, that's for sure. But let's talk about this game first. We'll recap action, and then we'll get to discussing everything that goes along with it. So we're at home, coming off the Christmas break. You got Jake the Snake Allen and net. And as we talked about on Game Day Live, I was filling in for the wonderful Vinny Parisi with the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour, Sam by God Woo. And I had, posed the question, Washington special teams, not very good. Can their poor special teams jumpstart the Devils on their rather poor special teams? And sort of did. I said it. I called for 2 power play goals. The Devils got 1 in this game. But either way, first period, the Caps do get a goal, but it is correctly taken off the board for a clear-cut offsides. And actually, I don't know if anyone noticed this or not, but the Caps player who was at the far side as well, I think was also offsides. I think there was 2 Caps players offsides on that play. Took a little bit to review, a little bit of time. Seemed pretty clear and obvious. Maybe it was something about the clock or anything, but either way, the correct call is made on that replay. The Devils get a number of good chances. They played well. This is the thing that I liked seeing is the line. Everyone has been hurt. We know that. So many guys have been in and out of the lineup. We've talked about them coming back, getting into mid-season form, even though a lot of them, it's almost like they're just starting the season over again because they got hurt so early on. That's the way it goes. But in those first couple weeks of the season when the team was playing well, we definitely had those set line combinations. And it seems to be that Sheldon Keefe Richards has gone back to those. And for me, I saw a lot of gelling going on for those line combinations. Now, again, the finish is still in question because the Devils had, a number, like more than a handful of grade A glorious opportunities that they were unable to cash in on. But the consistent play with these lines really showed me a lot tonight that this team is going in the right direction. It's true. You're gonna have to give these guys a little time to get back into the swing of things, especially everyone who was hurt. Everybody is not Brett Pesci, where they can go out and just come back in and be like, "Yeah, I'm an all-star. This is what I do." It takes a little time, but tonight, man, there were times where the Devils just flat out had the Caps pinned in the zone for long stretches of time. This easily could have been a Devils blowout instead of a Devils OT loss. But I was really impressed by that play with those lines. Hey, we got Patty Eliash in the house. Maybe some offensive luck. Yeah, we got a little bit. Devils penalty-less streak ended. It was like almost about 140 minutes, 2+ games. We know the Devils' penalty kill has plummeted to the bottom of the ranks, coming in at 27th. Like we talked about, what's the greatest thing for the 27th ranked penalty kill? Well, the 28th power play coming to town in the Washington Capitals. But best way to increase your penalty kill when it's that bad, don't take any penalties. And the Devils pulled it off for about 2+ games there, but finally got some 4-on-4 action there late in the first, and then the Capitals get on the board literally with under half a second, 0.4 of a second. The Devils forgot to play for that short amount of time, and Alex Ovechkin made them pay. Seriously, it was in the dying moments of the period. Ovechkin gets the puck around the goal line towards the boards, and he just turns and he throws it on net. And whoever the hell, whatever. Right? It's like the problem was the entire Devils team stopped playing before the horn sound. It was like, 2-1. Oh, crap, they scored. I thought the period was over. Every single player for the Devils on the ice on that goal looked like they were just kind of standing around watching it happen. That sucks. 0.4 of a second. Ugh. Capitals get on the board. 1-0. Not a good feeling going into the intermission, but we come out for the second, and man, Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, two snake-bitten Devils, both get some grade A center slot opportunity. I mean, Nico's was a breakaway, beautiful pass. I think that was that Connor Brown who sprung him on that one. Nico had a number of these one-on-one opportunities tonight, and he just could not bury it. One of them he missed the net badly on. But the other, I think they had 3 in total. The other 2, he put some nasty shots on net, and the Devils have had this knack of every goaltender making them look like a Vezina trophy candidate. Tonight was no different. But Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, like I said, center slot, just you and the goaltender. Boom, boom, stopped early on. Then Mercer gets stopped right at the side of the net. The thing was, and I have it right here, Devils dominating play. That whole time, and that the goal at the end, it sucked because it, took a little bit of that good play of the first away. But the second period this season, the Devils have been notorious for just coming out flat. What we say, going to sleep for a period. And tonight, they came out like a ball of fury. And they were all over the Capitals. They really were dictating the play, puck possession in the zone. The Capitals were chasing them the entire game. And then it finally happens. The Devils get a power play. I got a little, maybe a little overzealous in my predictions of 2 power play goals for the Devils tonight. I was kind of like that, what was the kid's name? Bobby on Seinfeld. That gets the card for George Steinbrenner. What if I get Paul O'Neill to hit you a home run? Can he hit 2 home runs? I guess I was like Bobby or Jimmy or whatever. No, he wasn't Jimmy. No, wasn't he Bobby? I can't remember. Paul O'Neill can do it. Well, I'll take 1 power play goal. That's for sure. And it ties the game up at 4:56 of the second period, and it didn't take long. This was the first shot from the power play about 10 seconds after the puck dropped from the face-off circle. And who is it? The Bratt man, Jesper Bratt, finally breaking his goal streak. What was it? 20-some games without a goal? He gets his 7th of the year, a PPG power play goal to tie things up 1-1. And originally, I think Luke Hughes got, but they changed it to Stefan Nason. So I guess when Luke Hughes got the puck on net, Steph was in front, so he must have touched it. And then Nico gets it and slides it over to Jesper Bratt. So you get the shot on, the rebound comes out, you get Nason and Nico in the front. Steph touches it, Nico gets it, passes across, it's like a wide open net. And this time, Jesper Bratt puts it home. No squeezing the stick too tight. No shooting it over the top. No shooting it the wrong direction. Into the goaltender. He buries that bad boy in the back of the net. 1-1. The game is tied up. And then the Devils, just nonstop ozone pressure. They drew another penalty after that. They didn't really generate too much on there. But they had they had a penalty kill as well. They did well on. But then, once again, late in the period, a bad giveaway by Jack Hughes in the zone. I know it was a rolling puck, but if it's rolling, just get it out of there. And again, I know Jaggy Boy is just getting back into the swing of things. But it ended up putting the cat, who is it? Bolivier, right? Yeah. Puts Bolivier and the other Capitals player like 2 guys behind the defense already. You got a 2-on-0 against Jake the Snake. Can't really put that on Jake. That's a hard one to put on Jake the Snake. So, obviously don't like seeing the giveaway. But then once again, goal near the end of the period to kind of suck out all that momentum of the Devils playing. It might have been their best second period of the season. For most of it, at least. So we go into the third. Devils are down 2. The hell they gonna do? Oh, that was the other one right there. Oh, before we even get to the third. At the end, great pass from Connor Brown. That was Connor Brown. Got it out of the zone to Nico Hischier for the breakaway. And he's to the backhand. And then Thompson just, it goes down and he stretches out as far as he can. And Nico just cannot get it around the skate of Thompson and into the back of the net. That was just before the third period started. I had to turn the page in my notes over there. Now there's a little line that says third period. And it started off pretty damn good. As Sam Woo was texting me this entire game, just get it to the net. Just get it to the net. Jesper Bratt gets his second of the game and his 8th of the year unassisted 7 minutes into the third period to tie it back up 2-2. And this was simply what Sam Woo said. Jesper had the puck. He was in the zone. Nothing really going on down low. He kind of shifts up back out high and just kind of spins and whoop, shoots it at the net. Somehow or another, Andre Palat was directly in line of fire of that puck. How he did not redirect it or touch it in any way possible is really, it might be a question of physics. I'm really not sure. The puck might have just somehow went through Andre Palat. Maybe he's a hologram. I don't know. Perhaps he's an alien. But Andre Palat found a way to not get a point tonight. But either way, Jesper Bratt tied it up with his second of the game. This is a guy. How many times we said this so far this season? This is a guy we need to get going. Maybe now, with a healthy Jack Hughes, that can create the right amount of space for Jesper to kickstart his offensive game goal-wise. He still does have a very large number of assists. I mean, he's leading the team. Nico is the only other player, and he just crossed 20 assists tonight. So don't forget about that part of it. So now we're tied up 2-2, third period. The momentum is back. Everyone's feeling good at the Rock. What have we seen from this team recently? We've seen them allow the opponent to strike back very quickly. However, in this game, it is the Devils who try to go for the jugular. He took one in the jugular, man. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. They get a goal 32 seconds after the Bratt man ties it up at 2-2. And what can Connor Brown do for you? Well, he can have a sweet pass across the ice to Cody Glass for his 7th goal of the season, coming at 7:32 of the third period. Devils take their first lead of the night, 3-2. And this one, man, I mean, just don't stop working. That's what this goal was. And again, like Sam Woo was saying, just get it to the net. So we got Connor Brown and Cody Glass working up the ice. Oh, I'm sorry. It was, outlet pass from Brendan Dillon. You son of a bitch. Gets his first point in probably like 10, 11, 12 games or so. But Connor Brown and Cody Glass working the give and go across the ice. Glass across the Brown. But the pass is a little errant. And it ends up I think it might have got deflected. And it goes towards the corner. So maybe you're thinking, there goes that opportunity. Not Connor Brown and Cody Glass. Connor Brown, I think Don LaGreca said this, and I thought it was a great description of what actually happened. Connor Brown hunted down that puck in the corner. And once he got it, He was just going to put it right at net. And that's what he did. Grits was there. It goes through him right to Cody Glass, who's able to shovel it into the back of the net. Devils go up 3-2. And holy hell, did that place erupt. The Rock was on fire. Started to feel like the first couple weeks of the season again. Everybody was feeling great. The Springsteen was blasting. And that... shit, Ovechkin just scored. Yes. Less than 2 minutes later at 9:17 of the third period, Alex Ovechkin says, hey, slow down. Did you guys know I'm a plus 36 against the Devils for my career? I'm going to make something happen right here. And Sandin finds him down low. And even though Alex Ovechkin is whatever, 40 what, he's Alex Ovechkin. He's going to bury that. Like he's in his prime. Like his rookie year. Or this current year. What's it, his 20th in the league? 19th because of the lockout? Whatever. Buries it. Ties it up. 3-3. 9:17. The Devils then played well. They did try to push the play. They did a really good job throughout this entire game. That's why, I don't feel as bad. They got to overtime. Listen, you always want the 2 points, especially in the division. But, we go into overtime. Devils get a couple good opportunities again. Good set. I remember a good setup by Timo and Jack. Timo kind of dropped it to him and just kind of used himself as a battering, sort of a battering ram, just kind of plowing his way through the center slot, and Jack got a nice shot off. Nico, I think, hit the crossbar, right? Or was that at the end of the third period when he hit the crossbar? Nico's got put one in the back of the net. And it's not for lack of trying. It's almost getting comical at this point because he's had so many great opportunities. But we go into overtime. Devils get some good opportunities, but then it's Chychrun coming down on, what you think would be just a regular, normal kind of rush up the ice there. Shot wasn't anything crazy, but Jake the Snake, the rebound off of him pops up, and Chychrun literally just bats it with his stick out of midair into the back of the net. I mean, it sucks because it was also getting late. When was that, Chychrun? That was at 4:06, so less than a minute. Devils gave up all their goals tonight really late. So, yeah. 4-3, Chychrun gets it. His 15th of the year. Yeah, shot. It actually says bat on the NHL app. That was a bat shot. Tough loss, but again, did see a lot of good things from this team, but it does suck that this is a Metro opponent. The Devils lose again. They are terrible in the division this year, and yeah. We'll get to more of this. All right, so shots on goal. Caps 11-7, 13-2 for a total of 33. Devils 15-14, 8-1 for a total of 38. The Devils got dominated in the faceoff circle tonight. 37-19. Yeah, I said that. 37-19. Caps were 66% to the Devils 33. Only 10 block shots, 17 hits, like seeing the physicality, of course. Devils 1 for 2 on the power play. Caps 0 for 1, 15 giveaways. Don't like seeing that. So the Devils get a point, and right now they are sitting. They are 4th in the wild card right now. Never thought I would say this. Tied with Buffalo. But Buffalo, I think, has the tiebreaker on them, right? Oh no, it should be Oh, Buffalo's got a game in hand. Maybe they have more regulation wins or something. I don't know. But either way, Devils are 20-16-2. They're 19-14-4. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Never thought I would say that like 2 months ago. And then Carolina, the Icelanders, and Philadelphia. The Caps have 45 points, first in the wild card. The Panthers have 42 as well. Same as the Sabres, the Devils, the Rangers. Ottawa and Boston, 41-41. And Hells Bells, Pittsburgh and Toronto, 39-39. And really, Columbus, 36. It's not out of the realm of possibility there. That's only 6 points behind. This Metro Division is going to be the wildest race. Man, I don't even... Quite some time. Every team is 500. I mean, even Columbus is 15-15-6. Damn. Talk about stacked. Well, either way, let's get you in here to talk about this game. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, hit us up. Comment, chirp, chirp, chirp. Get him going. And of course, let's bring in the man of the hour, the Tower of Power. Too sweet to be sour, up in the penthouse, which now is the private penthouse of Sam, by God Woo. Sam was in the fancy man seats once again over there at the Rock. Maybe you got to run into him. Maybe you saw him. Maybe you asked Sam Woo for a selfie. Who knows? But Sam, throughout this game, just kept texting. Just throw it at the net. Just put it on the net. Keep it simple, stupid. Just put it on the net. Just get it on the net. Sam, when they listened to you, they scored some goals.
They certainly scored some goals today. I mean, there were some positives that you could take out today. You know, offensively, I thought they did a little bit better than what they did against the Islanders on the 23rd. So it was nice to see that. But that's just a killer. You have a 3-2 lead. You had all the momentum. And just, like, what's wrong with Dougie Hamilton? I don't want to harp on the guy. He's a lot
it's
of
the $9 million question.
He is struggling. It almost seems like he doesn't care just by body language. I don't know what it is, but he is, I don't know. You know, all the trade rumors, everything that's been going on, he's not doing very well. And the fans are noticing. I mean, the fans are calling him out during the game today, Dougie Hamilton. This is not the same this is not the same Dougie Hamilton that when we first got him as a New Jersey Devil. It seemed like, especially once these trade rumors started to come about with Quinn Hughes, it just seemed like Dougie Hamilton really has just sunk. His confidence, his body language, demeanor. He doesn't look happy out there. Just something's not right.
Do you think he could be nursing an injury?
I think a lot of guys nurse injuries. I don't think I think what he's nursing,
because he was hurt and he came back pretty quickly, and we all thought he was going to be out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, do you think there is potentially something lingering there?
It's hard to speculate, and I don't want to, Scotty. But the body language shows, like, you could just look in his eyes, like, you know, just hearing all the rumors and then being asked, essentially, if the rumors are correct, that, you know, to waive his no trade clause. I don't think he's tanking. I just don't think he's Dougie right now. Like, I just don't think his heart is in it, you know, for whatever reason. And players go through that kind of funk, and he's got to play. He's got to play through it. As long as he's a New Jersey Devil, he's got to play his best hockey. And defensively, just looks awful. He seems like he's two strides behind the play.
I'm curious if he is potentially, dealing with something, or he came back before he was 100% ready due to the amount of injuries that this team was playing with. But I think he has not been very effective out there while he's on the ice.
He hasn't.
And I think you're right. This doesn't look like the Dougie Hamilton that we're all used to seeing. And even, we've all seen Dougie struggle on the defensive side. We know that. But the offensive prowess always, was like, all right. You made up for it. Okay, all right. You made up for it there, Dougie, with your game-winning goals and everything else. But now the offense isn't coming either, Sam Woo.
Yeah, he's struggling. And, again, I'm not going to, really harp on Dougie. I think the fans have done that enough. Dubs is like his run. It says, yes, but Sam, if he's made to be that uncomfortable with rumors and the questions, then why not accept the trade and move on? Well, it's easier said than done. When you sign that big contract, you think that you're going to be in New Jersey 8 years, 7 years with your family. You just don't sign that kind of contract without, giving 100% commitment to it. And now that the tides have changed in the middle of the contract, some players, they struggle. I think it's just human nature. That's why I don't want to be like, you should be mentally tougher than that. It's a hard thing that he's probably going through right now.
I'm sure.
But again, that's $9 million AAV. Let's get back to the business side of things. It's $9 million AAV along with Palat's $6 million AAV. I like what Palat does, but not at 6. And that's the problem with the salary cap, because it changes the whole dynamics, because it's black and white. There are websites out there that shows how much these players are making AAV, how much they count against the cap. It's all about analytics right now. You have a captologist somewhere on staff, and they're going to say, no, you're not getting your return on your investment, with that type of $9 million AAV. Now, what can you get if you could sit Dougie Hamilton and bring other players in? Well, Shimon Nemitz and Kovacevic probably would be playing a lot better than Dougie Hamilton right now.
Can't do it.
No, I'm just saying if you could,
But you can't.
Yeah.
You can't, because we don't have cap space.
Of course. And that's
because everyone's got a no movement clause. And I see you and Pollock have the same idea. You want the Sam Woo special, the season ticket member benefit of be the GM for the day and make some moves and scratch Dougie.
Well, let me tell you something. Unfortunately, I'm so stupid. I have a no movement clause with this freaking team right now. I can't even jump to another team. This team disappoints me freaking for the last 10 years.
Oh man. Yeah, Dougie he's not been good. I don't know.
He's not the only problem. Let's not put it all on Dougie, but he's
the thing is, it's him and Palat. It's not them. It's nothing personal. It's the money that's with them.
$15 million.
It's keeping the team from finding those extra little pieces that they need. And that's what the issue is. If Dougie was making $4 million, this wouldn't really be a big deal. If Palat was making, we used to say 3 or so. Now I'm like, he was making 2.5, and I wouldn't be so upset.
Yeah,
that number keeps going down. He's
Yeah.
making like $4 million.
It was if he's making the league minimum, if Fly was making the league minimum, this wouldn't be a problem. He can just sit back and be like Glenn Denning and not do anything on the score sheet.
Max is trading Dougie for future considerations over here. Okay.
Yeah, well, Fitzgerald's he's up against the clock now because Kovacevic is ready to come back at some point. That's that, and he gave him that extension last season. Rewarding every player that does well in their contract year. It's like
with a no movement clause.
Yeah, with one of them. It's like I watched that movie over and over and over again over Christmas Day or Christmas Story.
The Markey extension too. Same thing. Yeah, I mean, yes.
Yeah, it's like bargaining for that Christmas tree. It's like, oh, I'll throw in some rope and I'll tie it for you. Just like I'll throw in the no movement clause if you sign it right now. But he did it with every player. He did it with every player. It's like if you can't move these guys, it's like you did this to yourself. At the same time, I like to look at other teams. How many no movement clauses do they have on their roster? But you know what? If I see like the Florida Panthers, which I assume have a lot of no movement clauses, the only difference is they win Stanley Cups. That's something different. You're giving away no movement clauses like candy right now, and you haven't won anything. You haven't even gone to the Stanley Cup Finals, or even Eastern Conference Finals for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff, I kind of got to put it on Fitzy.
Yeah, and at some point, if he fails to figure this out with this cap situation, and the team is sub NHL 500 by Olympic break, there's hell to pay. And it may cost him his job. How long is David Blitzer going to stick with Tom Fitzgerald? Unless, of course, again, you don't know what. Yeah, we're talking about the hockey operations winning side of things. But again, if the Devils are making that much money and they're in the black, the product sells, even though the product is not very good on the ice right now.
I'm trying to look to see if there's any sort of timeline about Kovacevic, because I thought he was
January.
It's in the new January, right? Yeah, that was
It's a few days away.
It is, unbelievably.
So, you know what the Devils remind me of?
What's that?
Remember, did you ever have a BlackBerry? I had a BlackBerry. It's like when it works.
Yeah.
When it works, it was great. The BlackBerry, you had those certain sounds you liked, when you got an email or a BBM and all that stuff. And then every once in a while, when it doesn't work, you got to take the battery out and then put it back in to reset it. And it'll work. This is how this New Jersey Devils team is like a BlackBerry right now. You love to hate it. I miss my old BlackBerry. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I miss it. But what I don't miss is having to freaking reset the damn thing and pull the battery out and then put it back in every 3 hours. And this is what's happening with this team. It's like every other game. It's like which Devils team is going to show up? The one that works right and is wonderful and you love it and you love those little BBM sounds and text message sounds, or is it the one that it stalls and crashes and crash and burns like Dougie Hamilton right now, and you just got to pull the battery and then reset it. But unfortunately, in this case, you can't do that. If that makes sense. That's my analogy of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. I don't see any timeline for his return. It just says expected to miss a significant portion, probably most, of the 25-26 season, with early estimates suggesting not before the new year. So you never know. This may be something. Kovacevic, he may not. I mean, do we have any reports of him skating?
Yes. Yes, okay. Skating.
All right, well, that's good. So considering he was out for knee surgery, so skating is good.
Yeah. I mean, why can't
anyone? Where's Max? Is Max in the chat? Max, what the hell is the update on this guy?
Why can't they be like the Vegas, Las Vegas Raiders? You know, with the Max Crosby. It's like,
does Gary Bettman have a no movement clause? I heard for Christmas next year the team is getting renamed the New Jersey No Movement Clauses.
NMC.
January 26th. Dub says for Kovacevic. Okay. If there are things that you have to move, the deck chairs. Fitzy has boxed himself in. Stephen Tartaz, very good assessment. He has. He's boxed himself. He's got nowhere to move. He's trying to make a deal, but all the players have the rights to veto it. And even though he gave away all of that, he still paid a shit ton in that. Pardon my French. But now you think about it, he gave Palat that all that no movement protection and everything, and still $6 million. Damn, that's not good negotiating. Listen, I'm not a negotiator, so I can't say anything. This is obviously all in hindsight. But, yeah.
I mean, you
give that all away. And the money, too? Like,
you save that NMC for the pillars of this franchise, like Jack Hughes or Timo Meyer.
What? Wait, Dub says Kovacevic is upgraded to day-to-day with an expected return of January 3rd. What?
Told you it's coming.
What?
I'd like to see how Fitz is going to find the money.
Yeah, where is it? Because I just literally Googled Jonathan Kovacevic injury, and it doesn't have any of that. I would think that would be in the... Is that on the app somewhere? The NHL app about that?
Well, we got to find where the source is.
The source is Dubs. Dubs says it. It must be true. It's Dubs, bruh. Dubs is rolling the dubs, bruh. Come on down, Sam Woo. Sam Woo, did you ever see Walk Hard?
Nope.
Oh, man. There's a great scene when he... I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Yeah.
But the wonderful Tim Meadows and John C. Reilly. Smoking reefers? Sounds expensive. It's the cheapest drug you can buy. I don't want to get addicted to it. It's non-habit forming. It's not going to make me not want to have sex. It makes sex even better.
Never seen that movie, Scotty.
Oh, you got to check it out. If you're a music fan. Dewey Cox through all the years. First he's Johnny Cash and then all these other kind of like things. But anywho, so let's wrap this bad boy up. The penthouse is closing down over there at American Whiskey. Thank you if you came out to the game to cheer on the Devils. They get a point. They get an OTL here. They do blow that lead. They came back twice, but they couldn't protect the lead there late in the third. They give up all the goals really late in the game, late in the periods, every single one. 0.4, 4/10 of a second. The other one was 3 minutes left. The Ovechkin one was pretty late, and then the overtime goal they scored with less than a minute to go. So everything was late in the period. There was some good stuff, though. You did see this team start to look a little reminiscent of what they did earlier in the season. They're not there yet, but at least, hey, they scored 3 goals instead of just 1. So that's an improvement. We got a power play goal. That's improvement. We didn't let Washington score on theirs. That's improvement as well. The finish still isn't there for whatever reason, but at least we got one guy off the snide in Jesper Bratt. Nico Hischier, you're up next, bud. Tuesday night against the Maple Leafs. Nico is getting a goal. Nico is getting a goal. I feel it, Sam Woo.
I'll get one. Eventually. That's my analysis.
Hit the music, Sam Woo.
Oh, I was just waiting for the cue. I guess that was the
there
cue.
It is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
how I kind of talk about the game coming up, and then I lead it up to that, and then we'll have to wait and see.
Huh.
That's from the music.
All right. Well, want to thank all those tuning in. Dropping the podcast in about 10, 20 minutes. This is our last podcast at American Whiskey for the 2025 calendar year. So we'll see you on January
I've been
3rd.
up since 6 a.m. for that damn bowl game this morning.
I know. Morning Woo tomorrow morning. Don't forget, and also Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. Till next time, let's go Devils.